In February 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers set out on an expedition through the Ural Mountains in the Soviet Union. The group was led by Igor Dyatlov, a skilled student and outdoor enthusiast. These were not inexperienced adventurers. They were trained hikers who had completed difficult expeditions before. Their goal was to reach a remote mountain known as Otorten. Everything seemed normal during the first days of the journey. The hikers took photographs, kept journals, and appeared to be in good spirits. But what happened next would become one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in history. Today, the location is known around the world as Dyatlov Pass. The expedition was expected to return within a few weeks. When the hikers failed to make contact, their families became concerned. At first, officials believed the group had simply been delayed by bad weather. But as days passed without any sign of the hikers, search teams were sent into the mountains. The conditions were harsh. Deep snow covered the landscape, and temperatures dropped far below freezing. After days of searching, rescuers finally discovered the group's campsite. What they found raised more questions than answers. The tent was still standing, but something was terribly wrong. Investigators found that the tent had been cut open from the inside. It appeared that the hikers had fled in a hurry. Even more disturbing, many of them had left without proper winter clothing. Footprints in the snow led away from the campsite toward a nearby forest. The first bodies were discovered beneath a large cedar tree. Others were found scattered across the frozen landscape. Some appeared to have died from hypothermia, but several victims suffered severe injuries. The scene made no sense. Why would experienced hikers abandon their shelter in the middle of a freezing night? As investigators examined the bodies, the mystery deepened. Some hikers had broken ribs and severe skull fractures. One victim was missing her tongue. Others showed injuries that seemed impossible to explain. Reports also claimed that traces of radiation were found on some of the clothing. Witnesses in the area reported strange lights in the night sky around the time of the incident. Rumors quickly spread. Some believed the hikers had encountered a secret military experiment. Others suggested something even more mysterious. But no theory could fully explain all the evidence. Over the decades, countless theories have emerged. Some experts believe an avalanche forced the hikers to flee their tent. Others point to strong winds, extreme weather, or natural phenomena. More unusual theories involve secret weapons tests, unknown creatures, and even extraterrestrial visitors. Despite decades of investigation, many questions remain unanswered. What frightened the hikers enough to leave their tent? Why were some of the injuries so unusual? And what really happened on that cold February night in 1959? More than 60 years later, the Dyatlov Pass Incident remains one of the world's most chilling mysteries.